Hi everyone, it's Andrew from &RC, and I'm here at last with my new parcel. It won't surprise too many people what this is. Cat's already a little bit out of the bag. It should be in here a new Cross RC truck, similar to Terry's. Before I unbox it, I just wanted to give you an idea of the scale. So you can see is my 10.2 Cherokee sitting on the top. Yeah. So it is comfortably bigger than the 10.2 and considerably heavier. 10 kilos. 10 kilos is what they reckon. Is what the shipping manifest said. Now let's get it open and have a look. I'm showing a lot of restraint here. A lot more than a lot less than I would have thought, to be honest with you. Now, this has come from greenmodels.co.uk, which is a great place run by Simon, a great website, and he's great service, beautifully wrapped. He's put up with my indecision about what I was going to get, changed my mind a few times, born with us, and I made my mind up, and here he is. He's delivered, next working day almost. It's very good service. So let's get this bad boy opened. Let's take the direct approach, shall we? Ditch that. Right. So, what have we got in this mammoth box? You can see it there. Here we are. So this is the MC8. This is the 8x8 4-axle version of Terry's MC6. In the end, I was going to get an HC6. I was going to go for the M35 look-alike. But in the end, I decided that if I was going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on a toy, I might as well buy the one that I always wanted, instead of spending, what, 3/4 of the amount, and then always regretting not having spent the extra bit to get the one I really wanted. I just thought if I bought the HC6, I'll want the MC8 next year, and that would be a ridiculous amount of money. So I figured, well, you know what, just go for it now, and then it's cool. It's also going to be good for us, for the channel, different to Terry's, a little bit different for Terry's, obviously with the 4 axles, but also quite similar because it's the same carb and the same basic truck. So we're looking forward to running them together. But anyway, that's many months ahead, I think. This is the C version, so it comes with all the metal axles, the metal, pretty much everything. Terry's comes with like half the amount of metal stuff that this one does. Again, I just figured the difference between the B and the C versions is £100 in the UK, 100 GBP. Each axle retails at about 80 quid. So I figured for extra 100 quid, I'm getting a £30 tarpaulin, getting a £75 sound unit, and I'm getting 300 odd pounds worth of axles for £100 extra. So it was a bit of a no-brainer, really. I haven't bought this kit because of the metal axles. I've got metal axles on the Cherokee there. This is heavy enough. It doesn't need metal axles, I don't believe, for weight gain purposes. I've bought them just because, well, why not? As I say, the value is not to be ignored. And they come with the hardened gears as well. Remember on Terry's video, he bought the extra hardened gears for each axle because the plastic axle's gearing is a bit soft and doesn't apparently last the test. So he had to spend. Simon did him a good deal, but he still had to spend money, which would have eroded that £100 price difference even more. So it was a no-brainer for me. Right, let's get this open. That's enough chit chat. I know Terry will be screaming, man. Get it open, get it open. Now I know on Terry's video we were both there. He's given me permission, bless him, to get this out of the box, have a little look through it. I'm going to read the instructions. There's a reason I want to have a good look at this straight away, and I'll come to that in a second. A few minutes probably. He's coming over tomorrow night, and we'll pick up the video again. We'll go through we're going to basically, with this one, we're going to concentrate on the differences between the 6 and the 8. It's got an extra set of wheels. Yeah, short video. But we'll talk about the differences with the seat kit, and we'll be able to do some side by side. He's bringing his over tomorrow, so we'll be able to do some side by side comparisons, which will be really cool. Let's get this bad boy out. Look, different box art, Terry's. That's nice. It says premium quality on here, Terry. Does yours say premium quality? Yeah, I don't think it does. So there's the box art. You get a good look at that. That is nice, isn't it? Now, I might. Oh, look. There we go. And down. Break it out. Right. Oh! Ah, jingle. Okay, so here we are. Oh, I've got roast chicken cooking. The smell is amazing. So I've got a new MC8 series truck, and I've got roast chicken cooking in the oven. Does it get much better than this? No, is the answer. So here she is. Look. Oh, jeepers creepers! I mean, this feels like 10 kilos. They're not kidding. So we've got the. Got a pen somewhere? No. Okay, I'll use the scissors. So basic plan view with all the dimensions on, which I think are the same. If you go on greenmodels.co.uk, you can get the dimensions for this truck. If you look at the older version, blue and red sort of civilian version of the MC8 they've got on there advertised, that has a shot of the plans. All these new versions don't have a shot of the plans, which is so you have to hunt down the dimensions a little bit if you want them. But there they are. You can freeze frame if you want to. Basically, it is 178 millimeters wide wheelbase, 241 millimeters wide, including wing mirrors. It is 814 millimeters long, and it will stand 250 millimeters high. The width is only 212. So these trucks are quite narrow compared to what we're used to with the 10.2 Cherokee and the TRX4. These are quite narrow but very, very long, as the box will testify. Right, the other side. We've got a rundown of what's inside. I'm not going to go through this. This is on the Green Models website, or the Cross RC US website if you're in the US watching this. Hello. It's got all the same pictures on. It's got a breakdown of what's involved. So I think it's just heavier, beefier, and for me, I with 4 axles, I don't want plastic axles having any kind of reliability issue and having to replace them. My goodness. So is it open? Is it sealed? Yeah, there's a seal at the bottom. Pop. This side. Pop. Shall we go in? Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Yes, we shall. So, very nicely packaged. Everything's nicely packed in there. So we've got the usual stuff we saw on Terry's. So I'm not going to get each bag out and go through each part. They're going to be the same as Terry's, to pretty much as we can tell, I think, at this point. So the manual, same upgraded manual as I understand, from our friend Mal on Basildon Trailblazing Buddies. He's the main man as far as we're concerned, and this does appear to be an upgraded manual to the previous version of this truck, and it looks pretty good. Terry's pretty happy with his so far. He's found a couple of things that they might have done better, but yeah, it's very reminiscent of the Axial 10.2 kit manual, which for me was fantastic. So yeah, well done Cross RC. This has a list of how the lighting system works there, and all the various countless and slightly daunting number of bits involved. Beautiful, look how thick that is, and pages there are. Yay. Oh, look, there's the sound, there's all the lighting system in there. So you've got a sound system, did I get it mentioned? Did I get a look in? Okay, so that's that. Yeah, these stickers, they're really nice quality, but they're a bit shiny and a bit goldy for my tastes. Oh, look, there's the axles. I'm not going to get them out. I did promise that we would leave some of this for when Terry's here. Let me go grab the scales, I'll be right back. Okay, so we did a bit of this for Terry. Did a little bit of measuring. So this is the front axle with the steering arms on it, I can see. Now the box won't weigh very much, will it? So I'll leave it in the box. Let's weigh this. That is 395 grams for the front axle, including the gear. So 100 grams. Well, let's say 390. Let's take a few grams off of the box. This one looks like the back axle with only one drive. 360. So what's that in old money? So that's let's say 360 times 4. Goodness me! I mean that's what 1400 grams just in the axles alone. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I can go along with that. Right, now before I'm not going to get the rest of the stuff out. I don't want to unpack it too much. We're going to go through this when Terry's here tomorrow and have a look and see what's different, if we can see any differences between the 6 and the 8, other than the obvious. Thank you. And what I want to do now, I'm going to cut away and I'm going to get the deck out. I want you to see how big this load bay is, and I want to introduce star attraction number 2. So, be right back. Right, so, okay, so here we are. This is the load bed, which I've pulled out of the resin bag. Feels like a resin to me, my old plastic modelling days, but whatever it's made of. This is the load bed, the cab and the spare tyre, etc. Well, whichever end it is, cab and the spare tyre, engine bay and all that's going to be up the front here. So there's an indication as to just how big this is going to be. Again, let me compare to the 10.2. So the 10.2 would fit entirely on the back of the MC8. Yeah, one end to the other. Beautiful. What a beast. Now the reason that I want this out is because I want to have a look at what I'm going to put on here. I've got obviously there's allegedly a tarp kit in with the MC8C, which is great because again one of my other reasons about spending an extra £100 to get the C model was if I wanted the tarp, that's another £30, so that's like a third of the saving. And secondly, without a tarp, you've just got a big flat load bed, and you know what's going to happen. It's going to be accessorized, okay? That's what we do, isn't it? And you'd spend that £100 probably buying stuff to go in it. Well, I can just put a tarp on it now and be done with it. My alternative, if I don't want to put the tarp on, I wanted, when I started looking at YouTube videos, especially the MC8, what I wanted was an expedition version. I wanted to do, I'm not going to do a military version. This isn't going to be military sort of in-service truck at least. So it's not going to be green, it's not going to be all camouflaged and that. Though I am tempted, but it's not going to be. It's going to be more, it's probably going to be grey, something like that. Maybe even white. Haven't decided yet. And I wanted a box on the back. You see a lot of them on YouTube. They've got a cab or a like a porta cabin, like a removable building, if you will, stuck on the back, and that appealed to me greatly. But where to get such a thing? I have seen a few made on YouTube. They look horrendous, and I certainly don't think anything I could make would be passable at this size and also strong enough. So I had to think what I was going to do, and I was browsing Green Models site, as I do or have done fairly regularly now, and I came across this. The GAZ66 CG4M command post vehicle. Looks great. I love the GAZ. I've got the little WPL version, and it's got a radio hut on the back. And then I looked a bit further, and in fact that is available, which is what you're looking at, as an upgrade kit. So this contains just the back box. And I figured, I measured it up, I asked Simon, and we had a little think about it, and we decided that in theory, because it's a bit hard to tell without, I didn't expect it to go and start ripping bags open to check for me, but it would appear that it is the same width as the load bed, if not a little narrower. So we're going to find that out. Now I've had a tiny look at this, I picked this up this morning, I've had a tiny look at it. So what I want to do now is to just lay it out and see. So there she is. Now, well, I don't think I'll be using these aerials, to be quite honest with you. I don't intend it to be a functioning radar control station or whatever the dickens it's meant to be, but it is kind of cool. You've got full box assembly, you've got a little bit of an interior, you've got window glass, you've got the window mesh. It's quite cool. Lots of accessories for the outside, so it's going to have lots of bits and bobs sticking on the side of it, which is going to be real good. So obviously the mounting of it to the what would be the GAZ truck won't be happening, so I'm quite curious to see how I'm going to mount it onto this, onto the 8. It's not going to be permanent. I want this to be removable, so I can take it off, put the tarp on, run it with the tarp for a bit, and then put the box on when the mood takes me. Won't keep it variable, you know, so that you guys aren't watching the same truck doing the same thing in the same sort of format. Even comes with a spare wheel, so just a kick to the end, so you can see there. So there's all sorts of air conditioning units and radio boxes and God knows what sticking on the end. On the back, even a spare tyre, which obviously won't be a bit redundant really, because it'd be the wrong wheel. But the whole idea is that complete assembly here is going to sit on the load bed up against the front of the load bed, leaving hopefully enough room at the back to, you know, accessorize, because yeah, I'm still going to do that, right? So that's one of the GAZ wheels. Lovely. Bits and bobs. Whole pile of metal parts. There's the metal aerials, the window grills, metal ladder. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh look, and even a nice shovel, look, a wooden handle, metal blade. Not sure what that Cross RC branded pole is, but maybe all will be revealed. So let's cut to the chase, shall we? There's the doors. Right, this is the bit I'm curious to see. Okay. This is what I'm curious to see. Right, so I have no idea whether this is going to fit. This is a live video, if you like, so I haven't tested this. I could be in for a crushing disappointment, or some major surgery being required. Let's try it, shall we? I'll line it up so you can see it. What do you think? Because that's the floor, right? That's where the wheel arches are going to sit. Shall we? Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is... Okay, we'll have to get it out. That is as close to being a perfect fit. I did expect that I wasn't going to get the rails on as well. As best I could tell from the dimensions that I had, I pretty much knew I wasn't going to get the rails on. What I am hoping is that the distance left at the back is a complete rail, if that makes sense. So I don't have to cut a rail or kind of make it look a bit weird. I'm hoping, you know, fingers crossed, that I will still get a bit at the back of the truck that has the railings on, that has the whatever you call it, you know what I mean. Yeah, so that must be the floor without getting the manual out again. These would be the wheel arches. Front, back, don't know. That looks like the back, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's pretty good, isn't it? Can you see it there? Does that make it clearer? It is virtually the same width. Yeah, I'd say it's like a millimeter different width. Sweet. Look at the size of it. It's like half. Oh my god. This thing's going to be gigantic, isn't it? What a beast it's going to be. Jeepers creepers. Oh, come on. I know you want me to just put something together here so you can see what it's going to look like. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it up. I did promise myself that I would tape it. So I might do that, right? I might cut the video and then I'm just going to tape all these ends together and put the roof on so we can get an idea of the size of this box unit. But that looks pretty cool. I'm getting really stoked now. Sweet ass. Okay, more on. Okay, welcome back, and here she is. Look at this. I mean, even this. I mean, my history, you know, up until about 15, 10, 20 years ago was in plastic modelling, 48th scale, 35th scale, that kind of thing. I still boggle at the size of this stuff, 12 scale, 10 scale, you know. As a plastic model kit, you would be in seventh heaven, even being able to afford something like this, and yet, you know, now here I am. Anyhow, I digress. So I have made somewhat jerry built this command box. Still needs a bit of securing down. Yeah, it's not a bad looking thing, is it? Which makes me realise that the gas must be, you know, a good handy sized truck, right? Must be a good handy sized little thing. Anyhow, here's my thing. Look at the size. I can't believe how big this is. Right, so I don't really know which is the biggest, which is the front, which is the back, but let's say for argument's sake, cab's going to be here. This is the front of the truck, that's the back. So that's how it's going to sit. And again, these grey ends are obviously the sides of the cab, of the box. That they are, yeah, pretty snug to being exactly on the money. Now, I guess I'm going to have to make a sill of sorts, like a covering panel here for the wheel arches, because they're not going to be needed. So it's not going to be completely out of the box. It's going to have a little bit of something added to it. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that going to look amazing? Four wheels. Hopefully, I'm not going to rummage through, as I say. I'm going to be able to put the railings, the edges, the side panels on the rest of this bed, so that I can have some ammo drums, some oil drums, or some, you know, some accessories at the back here still. But that's going to be really cool. Windows in. You know, I'm going to have a light in there, right? That's going to have to happen. Yeah, really pleased. Yeah, this is going to come together really nice. I do dread to think how much it's going to weigh. It's going to weigh a ton, right? So, but there you go. So that is as much of this tonight as I'm going to do. Terry, as I say, is coming over tomorrow, so we will spend a bit more time going through the C version bits, I suppose. I will also do, because I've got nothing else to do with my sad little life, I will also go through this kit, this conversion kit for the GC4. I will do this a bit more thoroughly, look at the parts. We'll do a proper separate video for that. But for now, there you go. I'm going to try and resist the urge to start building it tonight. I've got some video editing to do and some roast chicken to eat. Woohoo. So thank you for watching, and stay stay tuned for the comparison video, let's call it, between the MC8C and the MC6B cross RC trucks. Thank you and good night.